Hi guys, Ariel here. I hope you have enjoyed the last 3 days. As always, I have my notes down here to make sure I don't forget anything. But a couple things I want to talk about, little housekeeping items. So I've turned off commenting after the 48 hours so that we can keep the relevant stuff to the top of the page, and so those other previous posts don't keep getting bumped up, pushing the relevant stuff, the current stuff down, right? So it keeps everything together, aka your current like homework assignments and stuff. It's gonna keep it all up to the top. I don't know why I said aka. That was not a good place for that word. So if you miss a challenge by more than 48 hours, you're still gonna be able to do it personally. You just won't be able to comment and show the group that you've done it. But feel free to tell your upline that you're still working on it and you're still involved. You just might have missed it. Again, this is to keep the relevant information up. It's not to close you out or lock you out of doing the growth activities, just to keep the relevant information up to the top of the page. So like I said, I hope you're having fun with it so far and you're enjoying it. Let's do a recap of the first 3 days. So day 1 was the 10 catalogs and as many testers together as you can in sets of 10. Day 2 was getting your notebook and writing your why in it and your blind spot and maybe even naming your blind spot. Patrice, pipe down. I like to throw that in there for funsies. So I also want to encourage you to use that notebook, obviously to take notes, but to journal. Journaling is really important. It helps you keep track of what you have done, the things that have been effective and ineffective. And I want you to also journal because you can look back on these. Like when you're having a slump, because we all do, when you're having a slump, you can go back and see what you did that really helped boost your business and get you to where you wanted to be. And you can do those activities again, right? So keep tabs on actions so you can see what you've done and all that. And you also did the post-its for that second day challenge. Day 3 was that list of 100 video. Oh my gosh, what a refreshing take on creating your list of 100. I've been in this business for 4.5 years at this point, and I have not yet seen that take. Like what she does is she focuses on writing down the people that you want to know, not the people you already know, because yeah, your list, you might deplete it pretty quickly if you only focus on the list of 100 people that you know, but when you branch it out and look at the people that you want to get to know, how much bigger is your list now? It's huge. So it's important that you always think outside the box and continually update that list, right? So it's day 4, it's showtime. Start spreading the news. It's showtime today. Yeah. So as you know, payday is the 10th of every month. Oftentimes we get paid early in region 1 so that region 2 can get paid, or region 2 and 3 get paid on the 10th. So, and everything you do every day, all of the activities and the progress or the stagnancy, whatever you do for your business is going to be reflected in your paycheck, right? So you may not be happy with the paycheck that you just received, but that's why we're working hard over the next 5 weeks to build that foundation, and that will get you to lead, and you're gonna like your paychecks a lot more, right? So my kids are in the other room. Your foundational task now is something that when you get in the habit of doing, you're going to increase that paycheck, right? So let's go over the basics of what a lead consultant is again, because I know we've talked about it, but honestly, it took me a while to really grasp what a lead consultant was and like what I had to do to be one, okay? So you need to get in the habit of doing the things that to hit and maintain lead consultant, and those are having at least one active person on your team. That means they have 200 PRV every month, and you personally need to hit 500 PRV, and you need to have 1,000 group wholesale volume, which is that 75% of both of you and your teammates' PRV. So if you do the math, if they do the bare minimum and you do your bare minimum, that's not going to get you to lead numbers, right? So, and the way our compensation plan works is that you need to hit the requirements every single month to be paid that title. You may not be aware of this, but every single month I start out as a certified consultant. I have to earn my paycheck every month as well. So everybody starts at the beginning every month. And so that's why you have to make sure you are continually building and growing. So 500 PRV for you, at least one active person on your front line, and 1,000 group wholesale volume. So we're going to say this probably a lot, but the magic lies beyond the minimum, because those minimum numbers, doing the math, it's not going to get you to lead, right? So that's why that 500 is the foundational. That is where that platform is that we are starting from to like launch from, right? So just that 500 PRV and that one person, not going to work to get you the numbers unless you both crush it and get at least 750 PRV each, right? But one person per month adding to your team is going to grow your business more than you just consistently getting that 500 PRV. So once you have that consistent 500 PRV in place, then you'll be able to focus more on getting that one person, one new person every month. Because if you're only doing 500 PRV, that means you're only having like 1 or 2 parties a month. And that's not getting you in front of enough people, and you're not meeting enough new people to expand your network and grow your business. Does that make sense? So you're not going to be able to add those new team members every month if you're not meeting enough new people every month. Sometimes we have to do the things that we don't want to do to get to where we want to be. So you're gonna have to go outside your comfort zone and push your boundaries. But that's what we're working on in this group, guys. We're building that foundation, that sturdy, solid foundation. So like if you were to build a house and you just had the foundation, like you're not just gonna live on the foundation. You're not just gonna be like, yeah, this is home, I'm good. No, you're gonna want like walls and a roof, like filled in roof. You're gonna want windows, you're gonna want like air conditioning and heat, lights, carpet. You know what I mean? So you have that foundation, now build your house. Right? Invite friends over, build your house. So the growth activity today is kind of a two-parter. You need to get those 10 catalogs and 10 testers out of your hands and into somebody else's. Just get them out. You don't want them in your hands anymore, right? Because you can call them your little employees. They're not working for you if they're just sitting there in your house, right? So get those employees out into somebody else's hands. And you know what? You just happen to make a list of at least 100 people that you know that could make this happen, right? So if it's easier for you to get them into local people's hands, do that. If you can mail them, do that. But it's probably easier to start closer than you can get them out immediately, right? So don't overthink it. You're gonna have to have a conversation with them. Text them and ask them. If you need to use this class as like your scapegoat, like, hey, you know, I'm in a leadership course and we were given this activity and, you know, you were one of the first people who I thought of. Would you mind taking these testers and the catalog and giving me your honest review, right? It's easy as that. If you need a script, write what I said down, but make it sound like yourself, because like if you don't say guys or if you don't sound like I do, your friends and your people are gonna know, right? So just sound like yourself and don't overthink it. We tend to overthink things a lot. So just like let it be, right? So take action, because there's nothing worse than inaction. So that's part one. Get those testers out of your hands. Get those catalogs out of your hands. The next part is follow up. I know that's scary for a lot of you, but you need to follow up. You need to ask how they like them. And your goal is to collect $500 in orders. Think of this as a mini basket party for yourself. And ask them to share with their friends, right? So then you're expanding your network and asking more people. Don't be afraid to say, hey, would you mind sharing these with your friends too? And if they want anything, I'll be placing a local order soon, so we can add their order to it. So follow up. Your goal is to collect that 500 PRV in the next couple of days. Is it daunting? Maybe. But you know what? This is an incredible activity that's really going to push your boundaries and help you get uncomfortable and help you get used to being uncomfortable. Because if you're talking to 10 different people, having those 10 different conversations, it's probably you're probably gonna start feeling more comfortable with it after you've done it. So the first couple, maybe make them closer friends or family who like it's easier for you to talk to. Then you can kind of practice what you're gonna say and then move on to the people you don't know as well. So that's it, guys. Get those catalogs out and then follow up. Like give them a couple days if you want. But you're not going to be able to grow your business if you're not talking to people. And that's a really exciting thing. And, you know, if they want to do their own party, or if you might think they're interested in joining your tribe, we had that really awesome special just drop. But like keep that on the back. If that's too much for you right now, just focus getting those testers and those catalogs out and just following up and getting those orders. Okay? Baby steps, challenges. If you feel like you can do more, do it. But the bare minimum, that foundational challenge today is those two things, part A and B. So with that, have an awesome day, you guys. It's your move. All right, talk to you later. Bye.